Hey, what's going on? Aaron Chen here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be doing some research on the Amazing Selling Machine, okay? So I'm going to do a review of Amazing Selling Machine. This is all about selling physical products through the Amazon platform. And then by the end of this, you can decide whether you want to invest in Amazing Selling Machine or not, or you might decide to do something else, but at least you'll have a better idea of what this whole program is about, okay? Now, the cool thing that I like about Amazing Selling Machine, and it's very rare that I get to review programs like this, is that they've been around for a long time. So they've been around for 9 to 10 years now, and they've had many different versions. So they're always releasing a newer version of the Amazing Selling Machine, which is pretty cool. And there are very few programs out there that actually have lasted this long. So the first thing I want to say is that it's a 100% legitimate program, opportunity, and community of people that teach you how to actually sell through Amazon, okay? Now, let me first explain to you what Amazon FBA selling is, and then I'll go through the program and the price points, and then you can decide if this is something that you might want to try or not, okay? So FBA is basically when you sell when you sell physical items. So for example, if you want to sell a pen, or if you want to sell, post-it notes, and these are some pretty bad examples, but let's just say you want to sell this pair of headphones, right? What you would do is you would basically find suppliers, okay? And they'll teach you how to do all this stuff, by the way. There are, hundreds of suppliers all over the world where you can purchase physical products from, okay? They must be physical items. And then what you would do is you would get Amazon to store the products for you, and basically people would buy the products through the Amazon platform, and they will package it and they'll deliver it for you. That's kind of how it works, all right? So this is e-commerce, but you don't have to have an e-commerce store yourself, and it's not really drop shipping, because drop shipping requires you to have your own Shopify store, which is also slightly different. They're all e-commerce, but these are three different styles of e-commerce, right? Now, the benefits of selling through Amazon is that you don't have to store the products yourself, and you don't have to package, and you don't have to deliver the products. They will handle all the fulfillment, all the shipping, and all the handling for you, but you have to do everything else, okay? So let me kind of explain that as we go along, all right? So the first thing that you need to understand is, and I'm going to go into the website, okay, is that Amazing Selling Machine is not a small dinky little program, okay? It is like a real hardcore big program. So if you look at this, it says, look, if they've got 9 modules, and they're always updating this. They update this every 6 months or so, right? But within the 9 modules, there's 160 training videos to follow. So it's not a small program, all right? So this is one of those things where if you want to create a real business online in e-commerce, then this is the program that you can check out, Amazing Selling Machine, all right? But it's not small, and this is not going to take you like 1 week to finish. This is going to take you months and months to finish. 160 videos, that is no joke, okay? So 50 hours of training. That is a lot of training, okay? So very detailed, very long, and it's for people that don't mind spending the time to do that. But are you going to have results quickly? Absolutely not. This is like at minimum 12 to 24 to 36 month type of program, 1, 2, 3 years to have this kind of success, which is okay. I mean, if it takes you that long, it takes you that long. But just understand that this is not for everybody, okay? Because 50 hours is a huge course, it's a huge program, right? But having said that, with that, it comes with very detailed training. So I'm not going to go through all the training modules here. You can actually come onto the website. Maybe you've already had a look at it yourself. It's a very nice website, but they detail out in a lot of detail exactly what they cover. Okay, and so I'm just going to kind of scroll through this, and you can see how much detail there is in all of these modules. All right, and then you can see the results here of some of their students. Okay, so it's a very good training platform. They've got a great community. They've got events. They've got very good mentorship. I mean, if you want to get into if you want to get into Amazon e-commerce selling, it's called FBA, right? Then Amazing Selling Machine is probably your best chance of having success in this industry, okay? Now, but let me talk about, so those are the pros, right? Very detailed, very experienced sellers. They've had quite a lot of success stories, right? They've been doing this for a very long time. The support is very good. It's a real business. It's not just, you know, a dinky little make money online product that you find on ClickBank or something. These guys really know what they're talking about, okay? Huge program. I mean, we're talking about 50 hours, very long. You know, so again, this is for real business builders. It's going to take a long time for you to do this kind of stuff, okay? And so let me talk about the price. And let me talk about, you know, what I think are some of the pros and the cons, okay? So this is not a cheap program, all right? And this is not for everybody. That's the thing. So it's a great program. However, it's a $5,000 program, all right? So again, not everybody can afford this, right? So if you've got $5,000 that's just sitting there and you want to invest it in a program that's going to teach you how to do e-commerce through Amazon specifically, then this is probably one of the best programs that you can get in that particular area, all right? But understand that it is a $5,000 program, all right? But with $5,000, you know, you're gonna get some extremely detailed training, great support, and all that stuff, okay? Now, having said that, let's just say you're like, Aaron, I can afford a $5,000, you know? What are some of the other things that I need to kind of think about before I get into this kind of training, okay? Well, let me kind of break down a little bit, you know, about what e-commerce through Amazon is actually about, because a lot of people don't know this stuff. Now, I know this because I had my own e-commerce business. I had my own dropshipping business. So there are a lot of things that people don't really reveal when it comes to this kind of business that you need to know before you decide to make the decision to go down this road, okay? So understand this, right? Building an e-commerce business online is one of the most difficult business models that you can build on the internet, okay? Now, the reason why I say that is because there are a lot of moving parts, and you're dealing with a lot of physical items, and you are dealing with a lot of third parties that you have to get really good at dealing with. And on top of that, there's all the online marketing and branding side that you have to get really good at too, okay? So there's a lot of moving parts. Now, Amazon Amazing Selling Machine is going to teach you how to navigate, you know, all this stuff. However, you just have to understand that it is a very, very complex business model, okay? Because number one, the way it works is, the first thing they're going to teach you how to do is they're going to teach you about the business, okay? The second thing they're going to teach you how to do is how to find suppliers. You have to go out there and find your own suppliers. Now, they're going to teach you how to do that, but that's something that you have to do. So for example, if you decided that you want to sell headphones, you have to go out there and find suppliers that will sell you the right quality headphones at the right price, negotiate the right price, and you have to go out and buy a whole bunch of those units. Maybe you buy 100 of them or 50 of them or whatever it is, okay? But you have to spend money, okay? So that's another thing about this industry. You must have cash flow. Does that make sense? So literally, if you only have $5,000 left in your bank account, you can't make this business work. Okay, it's not one of those businesses. This is a real business. This is like something where you're going to have savings, and you're going to have to learn how to do all this stuff, and you're going to have to buy physical items to send to Amazon so that they can sort all that stuff out for you. Does that make sense, right? So that's the first thing, okay? So that's cash flow. After that, there are a lot of costs involved when it comes to this kind of business model. Number one, you must have money to buy your product, which I just spoke about, right? So you have to find the supplies, you have to buy the pens, you have to buy the mugs, you have to buy the headphones and all that stuff, and it takes a long time. You got to research and all that stuff, which is fine. I mean, this is a real business, and real businesses that take time. I'm just kind of explaining to you how it really works, right? Then you send all your products to Amazon, but listen, they don't do it for free, okay? There are 3 charges that Amazon charges you. They charge you storing fees, they charge delivering fees, and they charge packaging fees, okay? So they're not going to do it for free. So even though it is easier, don't get me wrong, it's a lot easier. They take care of all the fulfillment. They run a business too, so they're not going to do it for free. Okay, you need to understand that when getting into this business. So there's an additional cost there. All right. So now you're paying for Amazon handling all your products for you. There's a charge there, right? Fulfillment, delivery, everything, packaging, storage, all that stuff. And you have to cash flow the products, because you have to buy the products to store there before people can buy it, right? The third thing that you have to do is you have to pay for marketing. Okay, this is not free. Just because you've got your product on Amazon doesn't mean that people are going to see your product. People have to find your product on Amazon, right? So you have to learn Amazon marketing. Okay, there are also other ways like Facebook marketing and YouTube marketing, which they're going to teach you in Amazing Selling Machine. But all this costs money. Okay, this is paid. This is what you call paid advertising, right? So unless you have a minimum of a few $100 to $1,000 minimum a month to spend on advertising, you can't make this work. All right, because that's how e-commerce selling works. You must use paid ads in order for people to find your stuff. Okay, so and the other problem with e-commerce in general is the profit margins are very small. We're talking about 10 to 15% profit. Okay, so when you hear people claim that they've made a lot of money, don't get me wrong, they've had quite a lot of successful stories, because I mean these guys have been around for 9 to 10 years. Okay, and it's a great program. And in that time period, they've been able to amass, and teach a lot of people how to do it, which is great. And there have been success stories. But you just have to understand that when people make claims like this, you see this person here, when they say, look, I made 100K in revenue. He made 100K in revenue. Okay, that's not profit, right? So if you look at the profit he actually made, it's not that much. Because again, the profit margins in e-commerce, because the costs are so high, you have to buy the product, you have to pay Amazon, you have to pay for online advertising and marketing and your systems and tools and all that stuff, right? Actually, he didn't really make that much money. So yes, it's true, he sold $100,000 worth of products, but what was his actual take home? What was his actual ROI, his actual profit? Well, it was only 10 to 15% of that 100K, which is actually really little in an entire year. Think about it, right? So that's like $10,000 that he made, okay? Now, $10,000 is better than no money, but understand that you have to understand what these numbers really mean. So when he says, look, the turnover means revenue. In the last 12 months was 300,000 to 400,000 pounds. That's not profit. That is revenue. Okay, so when you take out all the costs and all that stuff, again, he made $30,000 to $40,000 that year. Now that's not that much money. Now, is that better than making no money? Yes, absolutely. But just understand that you have to understand what the numbers really mean. Now, does that not mean that you can't make a lot of money with this business model? No, it doesn't mean that. You can make a ton of money with this kind of business model. You can make hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars a year with this kind of business. But you just have to understand that this game is a volume game. Okay, that means that you have to sell a lot of products in order for you to generate, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month profit for yourself. Okay, so it is possible, but it's not easy. Okay, this is a very, very tricky and difficult business model to master. That's honestly, that's my personal opinion. I'm just talking about the model. I'm not even talking about Amazing Selling Machine. Okay. However, if you're like Aaron, I don't mind. I've got the money. I've got the $5,000. I've got a little bit extra in savings, and I can spend money on buying products and spending money on advertising and marketing and taking the time to learn all this, because again, there's 50 plus hours of training here and 100 and how many videos that we're talking about. I gotta find it here. 160 training videos. I mean, if you're okay with that, then Amazing Selling Machine is the best Amazon e-commerce training platform or program out there. Okay, but you have to understand all the ins and outs before you get into this. And I can talk about this industry intimately because I had an e-commerce business myself. So I understand how this all works, okay? Now, can you make a lot of money like I mentioned? Yes. Is it going to be easy? No. It's actually a very, very difficult way to build a business. But these guys have an amazing training and very detailed program that will show you how to do that if this is the road that you want to go down. Okay, I just want to be completely clear. So it's not so much about the program. It's an amazing program, except that not everybody can afford $5,000. It's quite expensive, okay? But I just wanted to bring up all those other points because it's not as hands-off as people think. This is an extremely hands-on business, okay? Because you have to find suppliers, you have to build your brand, you have to research the products, you have to buy the products, you have to deal with Amazon, you have to learn all the marketing, you have to set up your store. There's so many things that you have to do, right? And then you have to master the advertising part and have cash flow for that to optimize so that you can make profit. And then when you make profit, you're not making that much profit. You have to make volume and profit at the same time to make a lot of money with this particular business model, okay? And you can do that mindset, but just understand that it's not that easy and it takes a long time. We're talking about 1 to 3 year type of timelines, not weeks or months. No way. This is not that kind of business. This is like a long-term business, okay? But yeah, if you work super hard and you've got the cash flow and all that stuff, can you make hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars? Yes, you can. It's very possible, and a lot of people have done it, but it's not easy. This is like pushing a boulder up a mountain. That's what I personally think, okay? So as a program, great program, a little bit expensive, okay? As a business model, I'm really so with this business model because I've tried it before. I think there are easier ways to make money online, to be honest, okay? So in terms of a training program, Amazing Selling Machine, great. My review of it, it's an awesome training program. As a business model, it's not for everybody. That's what I honestly think, okay? And look, if you're here right now and you're on this page, maybe you're not necessarily looking to make money through e-commerce or Amazon. You just want to learn how to make money online. And I've been marketing online for 11 years. And the reason why I can do reviews like this is because I've tried so many business models. I mean, I'm talking about affiliate marketing, e-commerce, drop shipping, network marketing, top tier sales, survey websites, make money free websites, GPT websites. I've literally tried so many different things. And for me, what really worked in the end was something called affiliate marketing. So it's still selling products online, except it's 100% digital. There's no physical items. So you're not selling pens, you're not selling, post-it notes, you're not selling mouses or microphones or anything like that. It's 100% digital information. The profit margins are way higher. We're talking 50 to 80% profit margins, not 10 to 15%, okay? And the cost of doing the business, of running it right from the beginning, is much lower than what you need to do with Amazing Selling Machine. That is for sure, okay? So if you are interested in learning how to do something like that, right? Because for me, I tripled my old corporate income in April 2019 after being in this business for, it took me a long time to figure it out. But once I figured it out, it just like skyrocketed. And now I've got 500 plus students all over the world where I show them exactly how to do this exact business model. And if you're just, kind of shopping around and you're trying to figure out what business model works, how do you make some extra income online, maybe affiliate marketing might be something that you might be a little bit more interested in, okay? So I've got a free training workshop that will lay all this out for you if you would like to, and you can get access to that just by clicking the link right in the description box below. It's going to lead you to my website. On my website, make sure you enter your real email address and check your email and your spam folder, because sometimes email just ends up in spam, okay? And then watch that training. It's super detailed. It's going to go through stuff like this, okay? I'm going to lay out all the different business models. I'm going to explain to you how to get it done, what works, what doesn't, what to look out for, how to set things up. And then if you would really like to go down the affiliate marketing route, there's going to be a way for us to work together, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this review of Amazing Selling Machine. Again, don't get me wrong. It's a great program, all right? It's not for everybody because of the price point. However, the business model is also a little bit of the issue. There's a lot easier ways to make money online than to do e-commerce through Amazon. Honestly, it is a very, very difficult business model, just like starting a digital marketing agency. Yes, you can make a lot of money from that as well, but the barrier to entry is so high that in order for you to generate a lot of profit every single month is going to be a lot more difficult than, say, something like affiliate marketing. That's just my personal opinion after trying a lot of different online business models. So listen, I hope you enjoyed this review today. If you'd like to find out a bit more about affiliate marketing, I look forward to seeing you on the next page. Take care and all the best to you.